Greetings, the internet. You're listening to Ask the Oz Brothers. You're with your hosts, Max and Phil Oz. Hi, I'm Phil.
And I'm Max.
We talk the lowdown, offer guidance after reading your letters. If you want some constructive advice for your life problem, contact us at asktheozbrothers@yahoo.com. We may not always agree, but we're here for you. Remember to read the disclaimer on all the available platforms. So please send in your letters. We want to help.
How you been, mate?
Oh, I've been okay. It's a bit wet out there today, but a bit cold. But we've got the heater on. I'm pretty comfortable, and life's pretty good. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, it's not too bad at all. I mean, this lockdown brings out the worst in people, but I think it can also bring out the best in people too. So
yeah. By and by, I'm finding that people are trying to be helpful to each other, but there is always going to be a black sheep. Yeah, that's just been my experience over there, Max. Yeah.
Okay, let's kick it off with the first letter. Now, I've got 4 letters here. I opened up the email account, and there they were. So without reading them, I copied and pasted them onto a single text file. So are you happy for me to read them this week?
By all means, yeah.
All right, okay. So what do we got? First letter. To Phil and Max Oz, I am 23 and live with my grandparents. Until recently, I worked waiting tables in a local restaurant. I've always been doing my fair share of chores, but now I'm expected to prepare the house for sale as they're planning to move across states to Minneapolis. They want me to paint the gutters, clean the roof tiles, landscape the backyard with wooden railroad ties. What's a railroad tie?
It might be like a sleeper.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
sleeper.
yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. Okay, plant shrubs and saplings with a brick path down the middle. Oh, my God. Spoliate fruit trees and electric sand and revarnish the veranda.
Can I just interrupt you for 1 second there? What is spoliate?
Spoliate?
Yeah, what is that?
It's often done with fruit trees. So you get some wire and you put it between 2 posts and you put the tree in the middle and you train the branches to go around the wire.
Right,
and you
right.
Yeah, the Italians are masters at it, and you have these beautiful walls of green and stuff. But yeah, so it's got to spoliate fruit trees, electric sand, revarnish a veranda. Okay. Inside that, there's more inside the house. Painting the dining area and a host of many smaller chores involved with the upcoming sale. A few days ago, I told them politely that there is no way I could do this work on my own. My grandfather said I was being selfish, as he would be helping me, and how both of them have bent over backwards for me in the past. I'm not so sure about that anymore. All right. It's not as though they can't afford to hire professional labourers to do this work. In fact, they are quite wealthy. They're just trying to save money through me. I have seen both of them behave miserly in the past regarding tips, giving embarrassingly cheap presents to friends, refusing to turn on the AC unless it gets over 90 degrees. That sounds pretty hot. What is that? It's about 35 or something?
Yeah, 35, 34, 35, yeah.
All right. In brackets, there's, we live in Tallahassee.
Yes, Tallahassee, yes.
Okay, I've never heard of Tallahassee. The capital city of Florida. I didn't know that. I thought, what's the other main city?
Orlando.
Oh, all right. I thought
it was Orlando too, actually.
Right, okay.
But there you go. But what do I know?
Yeah, okay. We're just a couple of Aussie hayseeds, but we get by.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, the city of Florida, so it gets humid too. Yeah, I know the panhandle does get hot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's very tense here as they only make small talk with me and rarely come out of their bedroom. Oh, my God. And while I love them, I'm not liking them of late. I want to move out, but I can't afford to buy or rent. I have no close relatives to contact, and my only friends are guildies online on Discord through gaming as I suffer from social anxiety. Also, my grandparents promised me the reward, in quotation marks, the reward of inviting me to move and live with them up north. I see that as a threat instead. The thought of living with them depresses me as I want to be with people my own age and one day meet a girl, for example. Okay, so this is a guy, I'm assuming. What should I do? P.S. I like your accents. Thank you very much. And if I could, I would go to Australia and live there for a few years. Good luck with your new show. Gary. Yeah, it's a guy, Gary. Well, thank you, Gary, for that.
Thank you, Gary. It's very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's quite a conundrum. I do believe that the grandparents are emotionally blackmailing Gary. and that's not good. And I think that maybe what he should do is work towards moving out on his own.
But he said he can't afford to move out. He can't afford to rent.
I understand that. If it's really that bad for him, I think that he should make that a priority.
How's he going to do it, though? He can't move out. He can't afford to buy or rent.
He has to either come to terms with his grandparents' game, which I believe it is a game, and not a very nice game, or he has to find a solution to his living arrangements. He has social anxiety. I've met people with social anxiety, and it's very unpleasant, and I'm sure he feels very, very anxious. However, to overcome his anxiety, he needs to confront his anxieties. So I think that maybe if he overcome his anxiety, he may be able to find a job that pays more money, and off he goes.
Well, the thing is, he's out of work because of the coronavirus. It says here that he was waiting tables, and he's no longer can do that. So he's actually in lockdown with his grandparents.
Okay, well, okay.
I feel very sorry for this guy. This is unbelievable.
I do.
And the list of jobs he's got to do. I mean, his grandparents sound like a couple of monsters, I've got to say.
Yeah, it's excessive. There's no doubt about it. It's excessive.
Well, it is excessive. He has to paint the gutters and clean the roof tiles. That's what professionals do. You don't say, you're my grandson, up you go on the roof.
These aren't easy problems, no doubt about it. These are not easy problems. He may have to bide his time, do the jobs to the best of his ability with his grandfather's help, and just bide his time until the coronavirus is over. Look at ways of confronting his social anxiety, getting back to work, and he's just got to maybe take it one step at a time. And the first step is maybe comply with what the grandparents are saying. Okay, while the coronavirus is going on, his grandfather's going to help him, so that's a good thing. I don't agree with what the grandfather says about, all that we've done for you. It sounds very, very toxic, to be quite honest.
It's entitlement. It's entitlement, isn't it? It's rampant entitlement. He sounds like a bit of a narcissist, I've got to say. Sorry, Gary, but it's your grandparents. We don't want to offend anyone. That's not our job here. Well, sometimes I think it is okay to offend. I mean, we're talking about a couple of people who are behaving in a very offensive way.
Max, I agree. We're not trying to...
No, not by design.
By design, yes. That's exactly what I'm getting at. So this is what I suggest with Gary, and I'll lay this out. It's maybe a 5 or 6 point plan. You got a coronavirus, okay? So let's stay at home with grandpa and grandma. Let's do the jobs he's asking to do the best that you can with the grandfather's help, all right? And when the coronavirus is not causing lockdowns, I believe what he can do is go back to work, maybe get some extra work, and at the same time, it will help him confront his social anxieties and help him move forward. I think he's stuck, and the coronavirus, unfortunately, is making a lot of people stuck.
But I'm not sure it's a one-size-fits-all, because I'm looking at the words here. You can't see them. I can see this big, long list of jobs, and it makes me think that he has got to get out of Dodge as fast as he can. Because he mentions here that his friends are guildies online on Discord. Okay, so that means he's got some kind of a base there of contact. Now, if he can somehow let his guildies know about this problem, maybe he hasn't mentioned that, but if he gets in contact with his guildies and explains in detail how he's got a real problem, he's in a jam, maybe they might be able to help him out in the short term. Maybe one of them can help him out financially, depending on the arrangement he's got. He's got to explore these possibilities, I think, first off before saying, okay, I'm going to be in lockdown with my grandparents, I've got to ride it through. I think first thing he should do is explore getting the hell out of there. These grandparents don't sound like a ma and pa kettle, who sweet and make cups of tea and smoke corncob pipes. I don't get that image. I get the image of a couple of narcissists, entitled ratbags, really. He's got to get out of there. But if he can't, he's got to share the log cabin with his grandparents.
We'll leave it at that. I think, Max, there's good advice on both sides of what we're saying.
Good luck, Gary.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck, Gary. We're with you, and we hope that this problem gets sorted out sooner than later. This is what I'm really concerned for Gary. His social anxiety. He really needs to kind of take his medications if he is